full and sustained productivity, utmost efficiency, total comfort, prime connectivity, superior safety, and the best security. Such is the vision for clients of the country's ports to experience that the Philippine Ports Authority endeavors to pursue by the year 2030. And one of the key units poised to realize this vision is the Port Management Office of Davao. In the 1970s, a need to integrate and coordinate port planning, development, operations, and regulation at the national level was identified, which paved the way for the creation of the Philippine Ports Authority, or the PPA. This in turn led to the formal establishment on April 1, 1977 of the Port Management Unit of Davao, when the Bureau of Customs, which was the erstwhile agency in charge of the country's port operations, turned over the Port of Davao to the PPA. The turnover included the operation and administration of the government-owned Sasa Wharf and Santa Ana Pier, and supervision and control of private ports, bays, and anchorage points within its area of responsibility. Another round of reorganization in 1989 changed the name of the unit to its present designation as the Port Management Office of Davao, or PMO Davao, and falls under the jurisdiction of the Port District Office of Southern Mindanao. Collectively called as the Port of Davao, it is one of the major ports in the country, being at the forefront of trade and commerce in the region. It is an international conduit for the country's fresh produce such as banana, pineapple, coconut and its products, wood and its byproducts, and of metal ores and scrap bound for Asia and the Middle East. Situated at the southeastern coast of Mindanao Island, the Port of Davao is bounded in the east by the natural islands of Saman and talikod along Pakiputan Strait of the Davao Gulf, and is protected by land masses on all sides except to the south. Being the main operational hub in its jurisdiction, the Sasa Wharf is the base port of PMO Davao. Under its mandate, the Port of Davao includes 25 private ports and 2 manned ports, namely the Sasa Wharf Base Port and Mati Terminal Port. 7 of the private ports cater to banana export, while 3 operate as commercial ports. The rest handle petroleum products, cocoa oil, flour, and cement. Also within the Port of Davao jurisdiction are 7 municipal ports. In the year 2000, at the request of the local government units, the Santa Ana Pier in Davao City and Malalag Municipal Wharf were devolved. As a government-owned and controlled corporation attached to the Department of Transportation and Communications, the PPA's setup is influenced by the country's peculiar geography in terms of infrastructure, distribution of its human resources, and all aspects of its management systems. At the PMO Davao level, it is spearheaded by the port manager, who, together with his senior staff composed of division managers and section chiefs, coordinate and supervise all port activities. With the PPA's mission and vision earnestly being pursued as a matter of course, 4 major divisions perform the bulk of the PMO's operations. Supervising the day-to-day terminal and harbor operations is the Port Services Division, or the PSD. It takes charge of the vessel entrance and clearance procedures and the assessment of vessel and cargo charges. It ensures the compliance of port service operators with the performance standards and the rules and regulations being implemented by the PPA. It also acts on applications and/or requests for licenses, permits to operate cargo handling equipment, and other port ancillary services. At the heart of PSD is a computerized system of operations procedures called POMS, or the Port Operations Management System, which has been in place since 2006. Providing administrative and financial services for the efficient operation of the PMO and its terminal office is the Resource Management Division. It collects all required charges, dues, fees, and other income due to PPA and prepares PMO financial and administrative plans and reports. Assisting in the planning and design of major construction and development projects in the ports under its jurisdiction is the Engineering Services Division. It undertakes and controls effective execution of rehabilitation and maintenance works and assists in the award of maintenance contracts and ensures compliance with the provisions of contract and other bidding documents. Ensuring the implementation of policies, rules, and regulations on police and security matters is the Port Police Division. It provides security to PPA's properties, buildings, and installations, as well as the PPA's personal and external port clients. It supervises private security agencies and their personnel within the terminal premises and coordinates police and security matters with other law enforcement agencies. Also, directly reporting to the Office of the Port Manager is a group comprised of the Legal and Safety Units and the Business Development and Marketing Services, which provide support to the operations of the 4 divisions. Under the Office of the Port Manager is the Terminal Management Office of MATI, which directly supervises day-to-day port operations, including assessment and collection of the required charges due to PPA in the Port of MATI. It ensures the proper safekeeping and accounting of all collections and submits financial reports as well as identify facilities that need repair and maintenance. As the primary center in the Port of Davao, the Sasa Wharf Base Port maintains the biggest port operation in southern Mindanao region. It has a total area of more than 18 hectares, which includes the operational, commercial, and administrative areas. The facility is a marginal wharf that can accommodate any length of vessel of up to 10 meters mean lower low water draft. It has 10 berths and can service up to 8 ships with an average length overall of 125 meters with space factor of 10 meters at any given time. Generally, Sasa Wharf has no dedicated ro-ro facility but can accommodate vessels with side ramps. Adjacent to the Sasa Wharf, however, is the May West Ferry Terminal, a privately operated and managed wharf with ro-ro facility and is engaged in ferry services plying the Davao-Samal route and vice versa. Being the major port that it is, Sasa Wharf boasts of an ample operational area for container storage, marshalling, transit shed, and warehouse. Other major features include reefer facilities for cold storage and weighbridge facilities. Operating in the wharf are 2 major cargo handling companies which were awarded contracts to undertake the main arrastre and stevedoring, container handling, porterage, and other related services. For their respective operations, both of these companies utilize state-of-the-art equipment in adherence to their commitment as stated in their contracts with PMO Davao. This is to ensure conformity with world standards of excellence for quality and reliability in handling cargo for their various local and international clientele. There are occasions when vessels wait to berth at its desired port due to port congestion. Under the jurisdiction of the Port of Davao and Santa Ana Pier, particular sites are designated as anchorage grounds, which are also being used as quarantine anchorage. For the Mati Wharf, the anchorage area is 1 mile due south of the Mati Lighthouse. Vessels may anchor 125 meters off the wharf end in depths of 25 to 30 meters with mud bottom. For all berthing in and berthing out vessels in the port of Davao, both foreign and domestic, pilotage is compulsory and is serviced by the harbor pilots of the Davao Pilots Incorporated. Other than cargo handling, porterage, and pilotage, other port-related services or the ancillary services performed in the port are likewise being regulated by PMO Davao. These include, among others, equipment hiring, vessel maintenance and repair services, tug assistance, watering services, transport services, and ship chandling services. Alongside the Sasa Wharf's Davao-Agusan National Highway perimeter stands the passenger terminal building, which was erected to facilitate the orderly conduct of passengers onto and from passenger vessels. The terminal boasts of more than adequate features for the comfort of the riding public. These include a diaper and nursing station, a playroom for kids, and a family room. Coming from a standpoint of a broader social awareness, also provided by PMO Davao is a halfway house built within the passenger terminal compound primarily as comfort center for rescued victims of illegal recruitment, abandoned children, and unescorted minors and the like. In keeping with policy requirements, the Port of Davao is compliant with the International Code for the Security of Ships and Port Facilities issued by the Office for Transportation Security of the Department of Transportation and Communications. For measures at par with today's accepted standards, the Sasa Wharf Security Building is equipped with walk-through detector and X-ray baggage machines. Closed-circuit television or CCTV cameras are also installed in strategic areas inside the wharf. An integrated fire alarm system is likewise in place within the PPA administrative building. Also under the direct supervision of PMO Davao is the Mati Terminal Port in the province of Davao Oriental. With a total area of 7,614 square meters, the Mati Wharf berthing facility is at 135 meters long by 12 meters wide with concrete wharf on piles and with a draft of 6.5 meters mean lower low water. Other facilities include Ro-Ro ramp and an open storage area. From the time comprehensive integration of port operations was put in place all over the country, the Port of Davao has consistently been at the forefront of implementing changes and infrastructure development, as well as in making improvements in quality systems and procedures. Proof of this is a milestone achievement of being one of the major ports in the country to become ISO 9001-2008 certified for the quality management system on vessels entrance and clearance. Armed with the PPA's mission to provide reliable and responsive services in our ports, to sustain the development of port communities and the environment, and to be a model corporate agency of the government. PMO Davao is in a prime position to carry out the mandates of establishing, developing, regulating, managing, and operating a rationalized national port system in support of trade and national development as given to the Philippine Ports Authority and keeping in step with the vision it has set for itself to achieve.